Morning, designers. Hey, many of you have probably been hopefully exploring in TinkerCAD and you've been using maybe some of the basic shapes. Today I just want to show you a little bit more into maybe some shapes that you haven't explored or noticed or seen. So let's get started. First of all, I named my drawing, which is always good to do. Today I'm calling it Mr. Ross, Exploring Shapes. So if I go over to this right-hand side, this is where I'm going to sort of pay attention to today. There's a drop-down menu. If you go to basic shapes, I think most of you have kind of been maybe working in here. You have your boxes, your rectangles, your cylinders. You got to the point where you drag it over to the desktop, drop it in place. If I scroll down a little bit further, you'll see this other one, which is kind of a new one. It's kind of interesting. I sort of like. I've played a little with this one. It's called Scribble. I scribble over to the work plane, and it turns into this little overhead stop, and anywhere I move my mouse, it creates a little shape. If I let go, it gives me a little preview up here. Click Done at the bottom. There we go. Okay, and now once again, let me just get out of here and grab that. Do that. If I go to my object here, I can move this thing up. I can stretch it, make it taller. Again, I can change my shape. This is my just sort of a quick idea of what I just sort of designed, right? So that's kind of fun. It's called Scribble. The other one that maybe some people haven't experimented with a little bit is text. You bring text out onto your work plane, you'll see what happens there. Opens up a box here. I can change, it comes in with the word text, but I could put whatever I want in there. In this case, I'm going to put Ross. Okay, it now changed my lettering. I can change the type of font, whichever one I like. I think I liked multi-language. That was good. Once again, if I hold my Shift key, I can equally resize this. Again, if you want to see a little bit better, here I am here, bring that thing up, right? So now I can work with text, which is kind of neat. Once again, that's in the basic shapes, scribble, text. Back over to my other shapes, which is kind of cool. There's characters. If you're having people, if you're going back to our numbers, if you want to bring individual numbers and letters over to the workplace, you can do that there. Characters, some people have been playing around with kind of goofy stuff in here, chicken feet and so forth. There's also connectors, all kinds of cool stuff in here. If you want to kind of pull something together, put two pieces together, they're kind of neat. If I move down the list a little further, if I go to these, this new home thing, it's kind of goofy. They've got some new add-ons here. I can bring in, I don't know what I want with a quart of milk, but it's a pretty big quart of milk. And if I put that right out there, I could change my color, my quart of milk. I'll make it a green container. Now this is actual size of a quart of milk. Wow, that's pretty big. So I'm going to resize it a little bit, bring it down so that it's a little bit small. That looks pretty good. I'm going to move it all the way over to here. Ooh, let's undo. That looks pretty good. I'm going to zoom in here. If I grab this thing and sort of move it on out of the way a little bit, that looks good. And there's my quart of milk. Getting back to, pennies, other stuff, all kinds of beverage caps, neat stuff in them. If I go down to shape generator, here's another one as well. If I click all, there's all kinds of cool stuff in here that you can work with. And let's just say, for instance, I grab states. Right? I can take states. When I drop my state in there, right, and I open that up, you can see there's all 50 states in here. If I want to do something with Vermont, go down to my Vermont. Okay, there I am there. I'm going to use my shift I'm going to open this, maybe make my Vermont a little bit bigger. I can make it a little thicker. If I wanted to put something with the state key ring, something like that's kind of cool. Once again, there's all kinds of different states in here to look at. You can also do like European map. You can bring in different countries. You can see here, I've got all kinds of Austria. That's what I like. All kinds of different countries in there too, which is kind of interesting. You can add to. If I go to the bottom, you'll see I have lots of different ideas to work with in here. Uh, Wheels, stars, gears. If I grab, let's say, a wheel because I wanted to build something, drag this wheel right over to my desktop. There it is there. Okay. I have some choices again. All kinds of different rim style, maybe 1, 3. They have different types of rims for a whole tire depth, radius. So now I made different. Well, that's a cool looking rim. It's a little big, so I'm gonna just bring this thing in a little bit. Once again, I hold my shift key and that helps equal distance there. Let me just move this thing. Put all that stuff in my work phone now. All right, so once again, there's all kinds of fun stuff. If I look down the side here, I got gears, I got wheels. If you're looking for a specific shape and you don't want to start making it exactly yourself, they're all right in here. And before I go, I'll let you just kind of explore a little bit in here. Unfortunately, I noticed, and I've researched this a little bit, that TinkerCad doesn't really do a good job about letting you search for a shape. Something they say they've been going to add, but they haven't gotten to it. So it's a little frustrating because you have to sort of scroll through the different menus and to find something that you like. But that would be a nice feature. The other thing I'll show you, bring you back over to here. Like, let's say I like this, and there's a star and a shape. If I find a shape that I like and I plan to use it multiple times, by making by clicking on that star in the shape, and I go back into my title box here, and I go into my favorites. So now I added these objects to my favorites. So as you're kind of thumbing through, looking around these different shapes, check that little star, and then you can develop your own personalized folder of different shapes that you'd like to work with. Okay, well, I'm going to stop here. Hopefully, I haven't been too long. And I really look forward to seeing what you're going to create with all these different shapes. Have a good day. Bye.